Remember when Edwin Sifuna said this?
The money and the resources you see being spent in those ODM rallies, the so-called underground, those monies are not coming from ODM headquarters.
Where are they coming from?
You will ask them. Because for me, this is what I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling you. I can only account for monies that, because I'm a signatory to the bank accounts, forget this rubbish you hear people saying here. Timothy Bosire, the treasurer, is a signatory to the bank accounts. The last money we expended as ODM, officially, was for the celebrations in Mombasa. And it was a fraction of what we saw there. So I am telling you, I know for a fact, there is parallel funding for activities clothed in ODM colors. And they go around running around saying they are ODM delegates.
Boy, oh boy, that statement got Oburu so angry that he plucked out his only 2 remaining hairs in a raging fit. Then in addition to that, he went a step further by scolding Sifuna in a scathing public letter. Just check out what he put out, and I quote. So the header reads, "Statement of the party leader of the Orange Democratic Movement onto the body. Fellow members of ODM, supporters and the public, I have taken note of the Tuesday 3rd February 2026 interview by our Secretary General Sifuna on Citizen TV. First, as the party leader of ODM, I'm discharged with responsibility to oversight and steer the leadership of the party and its mandate in national interest," and so on and so forth. That said, it is important to address certain concerns. In recent months, the Secretary General has occasionally struggled to distinguish between his personal opinions and official party policy as determined by our constitutionally mandated organs. This has understandably created confusion among members and supporters. ODM policy is not shaped by individual preference. It is the product of structured deliberation through properly constituted party organs. Now let's head on to page 2. I don't want to read this whole thing. I'll bore you guys to death. Let's head on over to page 2, first paragraph, which says, when Senator Sifuna questioned the legality of some national officials on the basis that they were elected by the National Governing Council, he overlooked a fundamental fact. He himself was elected Secretary General by the same organ in February 2018 and discharged the functions of that office fully and effectively until February 2022, when the National Delegates Convention subsequently endorsed him. One cannot selectively invalidate the very process that conferred legitimacy upon oneself. Now in this video I want us to look into some of the reasons why Oburu has decided to attack Sifuna publicly in that letter. And so with no further ado, let's get after it. Now the first reason why Oburu Odinga is now openly lecturing Sifuna is job security. You know, usually ukiandikwa kazi mahali and you're on probation, you have to toe the line because you are yet to be given a contract. However, once the contract is finally drafted and signed, that's when some people wanamea pembe. And that is exactly what's happening to Oburu. When he knew he could face an NDC vote any moment, he was kind to all parties. Be it Sifuna, Babu Owino, Winnie, whoever, he was accommodating to everybody. But recently, the Registrar of Political Parties decided to recognize the new leadership of ODM by gazetting it formally. And that's where the problem started. In fact, let me just walk you through the list before I go on with that trajectory. And I quote, as you can see, this was put in the Kenya Gazette. The party leader, we are having Raila leaving, Oburu coming in, all the others who are present that we know of, Abdul Swamad, Arati, Osotsi, and so on and so forth. Basically, this was just a rubber stamp of what was initially not rubber stamped void of an NDC. So that's why Oburu ameanza kumea pembe. Once it is gazetted, it is final. NDC, no NDC, he's the party leader. Now if Winnie Odinga analeta shida, he can deal with her, he can deal with Sifuna, he can deal with anyone however he wishes. It's unfortunate, but that's just how it is. Now the second reason why Oburu Odinga has openly decided to come after Sifuna is the fact that he's trying to justify what he's about to do to the general public. In short, he's about to expel Sifuna from his SG position, and we know this to be true because haters like Kaluma just can't keep the information to themselves. They're too excited. And this is what he said recently. Sifuna will be kicked out of both the SG and the Senate leadership position at the next ODM NDC. So you best believe in the next ODM NDC, Sifuna will be tossed out. The writing is there for all to see. Third reason behind this letter is because Ruto has been complaining about Sifuna since time immemorial. In fact, here's his last public outburst about Sifuna.
Wakati unaongea mambo yangu Sifuna, ujue mimi ndio mwanzilishi wa ODM. So naenda polepole kidogo. Yes. Sisi ndio tulianza hii kitu. Ama namna gani? Na unajua ukinisukuma sana nitaitisha mkutano ya founder members ya ODM. Si ndio? Na unajua tukiitisha hiyo mkutano tunaweza kufanyia discipline sisi ambao tulianza chama.
And again, I'm being told Ruto went to Oburu to cry about Sifuna's interview with Yvonne Okwara just the other day. So the youth leader Oburu had to show Ruto that he has things under the wraps by putting out this letter addressing Sifuna. The mature thing to do would have been to handle it internally. Call Sifuna, have a sit down with him, hash it out. If it can't work, just fire him. But the fact that Oburu is taking the public route It means so many things have been decided. They have decided Sifuna must go during the next NDC. He's trying to prove to Kasongo that, yes, I'm handling this problem you've been raising. And number 3, it is Oburu now saying, look, guys, I've been gazetted. F y'all, I don't need you anymore. I can now fire Sifuna and promote who I want and demote who I want. We have entered the Oburu Odinga dictator era. For those who might not be aware, that's exactly where we are. But at the end of the day, guys, that's just my opinion. Do drop me your comments in the comment section below and I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. And with that, here are today's ads of the day. If you're looking to import clean cars from Japan, UK, Thailand, Australia, or South Africa, look no farther from Manani Imports. We're talking 15 years in the game with thousands of positive reviews. Now here's the interesting bit. Manani Imports have experts who will carefully load your car into a sealed container, receive it at the port, counter-check quality, and ultimately deliver to your doorstep. Customer service can't get any better than this, and guess what? It's all at an affordable rate. To get started on your journey to own a clean automobile, call or WhatsApp Manani Imports at 0793 687 678 or visit their social handles on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok at Manani Imports.
Right now, I'm with my team headed to a client's house in Ruiru for consultation. That is to take measurements of the windows, go through our catalog with the client, and then once they decide on the color and the fabric they want, we'll get busy sewing, and at long last, the curtains installation will be on us. So if you're looking for curtains, shears, curtain rods, curtain accessories, reach out to Phoenix Curtains and Interior Decor and we will sort you out. Call us on 0724 414153.
Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.